Right. As you can see, I've been busy. It's tragic that Tiara can't be in the party, so she's going to be level 45 for the final boss. But everyone else, yeah, they've been getting a bit of a workout to make sure they are absolutely, positively, everything else strong enough to handle the final boss. If you're curious as to what my grind strategy was and why my playtime hasn't escalated that much, it's called the Sedipia Denrir. This area is a DLC area, so my throat's still like recovering a little bit. It's having a moment. And the base level of the enemies here is level 100, which is different from the other DLC areas. If I back out for a second, because all the rest, it's like that's like no, that one's the one that's like 250 minimum. That's like level 500. There's another DLC one somewhere, I think. Anyway, and then ultimately it's Jetpack Cave. It's like level 999. But this one is level 100 because it's a DLC dungeon, and because of that, I was just barely close enough to be able to survive fighting these guys, because these edges really aren't actually that bad to fight at all, despite the level expectation. So I was hopping in here, enjoying this DLC music, destroying them. Well, eventually destroying them.
New data. Here we go. Who's next? Victory.
And getting like 161,000 experience per fight. So the grinding took like no time at all.
A new power.
So yeah, everyone was leveling up kind of regularly with these. And that's essentially what I was doing to get to high enough level. To make this stream a teeny tiny bit longer, because if we go straight to the final boss, I feel it will end. I want to try this again. I want to try this sub-event, see if we're actually ready for it. If not, we can, grind. But I want to try and take this thing on, so we've got, like, no doubts, nothing left behind. Because we spent an awful lot of money to get this event active, just to, not be able to do it. So I want to head back down here one more time. Listen, it is tragic, like it makes me really wish that Tiara's level jumped up to everyone else's, but I'm gonna have to wait till when she joins the party in like New Game Plus for her level to get pushed up to everyone else's, because she's gonna be level 45 in the final boss, just because, they take her away for the whole last dungeon. Which is still bonkers to me that they do that. I get like taking her away for a part of it, but the whole thing, and then she goes back to the final boss, that's so much leveling that she misses. And if you are underleveled for it, well, Tiara's going to remain underleveled for that push. Like, it's kind of insane. It seems like almost like an oversight at that point. Like I said, I get having her away for part of it, but for the whole thing? Come on. It was down here, right? I always forget the layout of this place. It's not very memorable, the subterranean tower, I find. For how long it is and how difficult it is, you'd think it'd like stick in my mind more, but it really doesn't. I'm gonna wait for that enemy to move, because I don't really want to fight anything until I'm there. Thank you. And listen, I might still not be high enough level. It might be something they expect you to do, like, in those NG Plus cycles, but I want to give this fight another go. Because it's that one lingering thing in the back of my mind. It's like, I've been trying so hard, and I've come down here so many times. Just let me conquer this boss once and for all. Oh. Okay, these are kind of nightmare enemy positions. Can you guys, like, yeah, thank you. I've got a bunch of notifications. Oh, I'll check that later on. I suddenly had like 4 notifications pop up on my phone. Alright, let's try this again. Let's see if we're a high enough level to deck this.
I can keep going.
Doesn't feel it, does it? Well, we'll find out.
This looks dangerous.
Let's go, Aaron.
Here we go. Get ready. Here we go.
Alright, it does less damage with that at least.
Let's do this.
I'm trying to think. If it's resistant to electric, what does that mean it's weak to? Assuming it has a weakness. Is it ice?
Let's go, eh?
It's not wind.
My turn.
It might not have a weakness, to be fair. Let's use that one instead.
New data.
I can do this, actually. Okay, it doesn't have a weakness. It would normally be ice, but it just doesn't have one because, you know, special boss. Oh, it can have it has a big red dragon stone can be stolen. I might see if I can push to get that happen.
My turn.
You.
Get ready.
Because I'm gonna have Gold or Fair Eyes to survive a bit more. But I'm gonna. Oh, he can't even reach.
This looks dangerous.
Harley's still kind of fragile at times, it seems. Damn it.
Ready to see my true power.
Let's go, Aaron.
I'm gonna keep everyone attacking regardless, so if we don't get it, it's not the end of the world. It's just, you know, so we don't die.
Let's do this. Interesting.
No, you have to do something because Ethel's too far away.
My turn. My turn.
Let's do this.
God dang it.
Here we go.
Just kill this thing. If I can.
Right back.
If I can. Well. Hang on. I have faith we can do this. I just need to space people out a bit more.
My turn.
We probably are still slightly underleveled, but I feel like we can do this.
Let's go, Aaron.
Here we go.
Let's go, eh?
Ready to see my true power. My turn. I can do it.
Get ready. Let's go, Aaron.
New data.
Getting 2 turns is not part of the deal, though. Just gonna throw that out there, big boss guy.
I'll do my best.
Oh, you look right on it, Ethel. Oh god, that's kind of worrying. Fair Eyes and that.
Let's do this.
Let's do new data. My turn. Ready to see my
Fucking.
true power.
Hang on.
Let's go, Aaron.
So I feel like we can do it. I think that's the thing. Like, I feel like we can do it, even though we're, you know, super grinded out,
Make this interesting.
and it's still beating us hard. I think it's doable at our level. It's just hard.
This looks dangerous.
Let's go, eh?
If I do this, you're not going to then die in the next turn, are you, Pippin?
My turn.
You fucking nearly did.
Not yet.
Here we go. Justice has power. My turn. My bad.
Not yet.
I'll do my best.
Let's do this.
I'll do my best.
Let's go, Aaron.
Yeah, keep on Ethel's case whilst she's still defending herself, and maybe don't heal, please. This fight's hard enough. Don't need healing as well.
Let's do this.
Ooh, okay. And she won't get another turn. Damn it. Which means I have to kind of do that. just to save her neck a little.
Let's go, Eren.
Space you back here.
My
Maybe
turn.
don't get 2 turns, please. The knockback's appreciated though. Gives Ethel a bit more room away from Fang.
Let's go.
There's that fucking 2-turn bullshit. Hang on. Just defend and pray you don't die in 1 hit.
Let's go, Eren.
So I can.
I'll do my best.
Pick Ethel up. Both of them will get hit in 1 attack. So I need to make sure they can. At least one of them can survive. Especially if this fucker's gonna keep on attacking twice. Oh, my throat! Come on. Excuse me.
Let's do this.
There, they're a bit more spaced out.
I'll do my best.
And it's healing again.
Let's do this.
My turn.
Let's go, Eren.
I'll do my best.
This past is determined not to die. It's like, no. You hit me hard, I'm just gonna heal 30k every now and then. Come on.
I'll do my best.
Let's go, Eren.
There it is. There's another 30k for no reason.
My turn.
Let's do this.
I'll do my best. Keep
Let's
going.
do this.
Don't kill.
My turn.
Okay. I'll say let her fair eyes. Don't kill her, please.
Let's go, Eren. Next.
There we go. Jesus, we finally beat that fucking thing. Oh, we get an A fairy for it too? Come on. After all that, you couldn't have given us an S. That's why I was pushing to do it, because I thought it would be our one, like, obligatory S. Get us out of here. That wasn't worth it at all. Anything else? No? Okay. Roity toity. Now, after that small detour at the start of this, let's actually, like, boost our way back up to the top floor of this, and hope that our stupendously boosted level is enough for us to actually beat the final boss, for goodness sake. But we have an easy grind spot, so even if it somehow isn't, it's not the end of the world. A lot of it is just, you know, hard mode shenanigans, hard mode messing with the balance of things, making things more awkward than they need to be. Can you, like, turn away? There we are. And see, like I said, after this playthrough, if the hard mode trophy pops after your first playthrough and not getting the true ending, then I will just lower it down to normal for the rest of the playthroughs, because what's the point of keeping it on hard if there's nothing else to get from it? Ah, didn't make it.
My turn. Run.
I was optimistic I could just squeeze through there, but well, it's up, we need to go. Because it's just, this dungeon's basically the... Well, other than a few changes, most of it's just a subverted tower again. But you're just going backwards through it more than anything. No, you have to go all the way around. Yeah, excuse me, snakes.
I'll do my...
Get me? No, thank you. You have to go all the way around. They really like to put the enemies in some awkward as hell positions sometimes, don't they? So yeah, we're just going to stick it here. We're going to make it so it aggroes. Oh yeah, and it's going to hang by the path you need to take. Like, literally stand in the way of the door frame. Case in point, like, that thing that literally spawned there. So it hadn't had any chance to move yet, and then, no, it just spawned there and was determined to block the way. This way. Alright. To recap from the last stream, you do a boss fight, you then have one scripted loss, you then have a scripted just survive for a set amount of turns, and then you have the actual final boss. The actual final boss is what I kept on losing at. So, we are here again, yet again. First we have to free Tiara, but first we need to beat up Sherman,
It's my turn.
who thinks he's going to stand a chance against us. Now we're like 20 levels higher than last time. Let's see how much this does.
New data.
Oh, yeah, he
Will
thanks for
stop
playing, Sherman.
my light.
Here we go.
It's fading. Get ready. What should I expected as much?
Wait, he skipped 2 phases. Did you say? Because we hit him so hard. Yeah, goodbye, Sherman.
Different enemies, same.
Level up.
My power has.
You're up.
Yeah, then we get Tiara back. Tiara's level 45 because Tiara doesn't get the same boost everyone else does. It's so painful because she needed to have that. I think that would have done it for her, but. I genuinely think that was the difference she needed, but oh well. Okay, then we need to play this game again. I need to remember, like, put everything on everyone. Need that. The Mithril Ring was actually alright, if I recall. Yeah, it is. Okay. Then, no, not that one. Sky Frills and the White Tiara, because that is peak. I'll still keep her be party leader. Why not? Even if she is drastically under-leveled now compared to everyone else. Right, now I've got to remember, you're the one that is leader boost, right? Yep. Down. SP cost down, I'll put that on someone else. Actually, I'll put that on you. Or Earth, so that makes sense. That would actually suit you nicely. And then the last two I doubt matter too much, so... Sure. Alright, and then it's scripted to lose this first one, so we don't need to worry about it too much.
Don't let your guard down.
It all die.
Yep.
New data.
Yes, it's scripted to lose this one. This one doesn't matter. And then this one you have to survive for a set amount of time. Or, resist a certain amount.
New data.
Let's go, Aaron.
Here we go.
Let's go, eh?
And then we get our actual final boss.
Let's go, Chewie.
It all behold my power.
And we get to play a game of I pray to God we're actually an appropriate level for this now. Oh my god. We better be.
My turn.
We're gonna hit this thing that hard. We better be. If we just start one-hitting our party again, we're in trouble.
I'm ready.
Oh, you're weak to wind as well. Right, you're gonna be kind of on like full heal duty, Tiara, because you're significantly weaker than everyone else. Well then don't heal the Vile God if you can help it.
My turn.
Okay! That was a crit, but that's still kind of like, here we go.
New data. My turn.
Get ready. Let's do this. It all.
Here we go.
There you go, because,
It all ends here.
imagine power leveling this much and the boss still does it. Imagine not having the DLCs and having to like hard grind this much just to get the hard mode done.
I'm ready.
It's genuinely bonkers what they seem to be asking, at least for the hard mode playthrough.
It all ends
I'll do
here.
my best. New data.
So I imagine on normal, and especially easy, because you know it's easy, you could probably walk into this at level 30 and be fine. It's just as it stands, it's just like, what the heck?
Get ready.
My turn.
Oh, and they're right. Hers goes super low when she witnesses a teammate die. So, well, specifically when she witnesses Fang die more so than anything.
You be gone.
Get ready.
My turn.
It all ends.
Let's make this interesting.
Of course. Hang on. You can fair eyes. I heard that. Let's make this interesting.
I'm ready.
Let's go, eh?
Let's go, eh?
It all ends
Don't cut me
here.
out.
I'll do my best.
Oh, that's only the high one. That's not what I want. I wanted the 5,000
Here we
heal.
go.
I'm guessing we're out of those ones.
The power. The vile god's power. I'm not finished. I can't be finished. I must use this power to save the world.
My turn. Only a flesh wound.
Get ready.
Stop charging up your attack. Stop it.
Behold my power.
Let's do this.
With my I'll return.
Are you kidding me? As soon as I saw that charge up, I was like, that better not hit absolutely everyone. And of course, it hit absolutely everyone. Oy, oy, oy. I don't want to go power level more. It's just so stupid. Why does that attack? Why does that boss have an attack that does that? Why are they like this? Why is this game like? Why? I'll do it because I want to like make a point. I not only want to win, I want to fucking stamp Sherman's head in. So we will go back. That's assuming that isn't like the final boss is level to your level, but the amount of damage we were doing makes me think no.
New data.
Let's go, Aaron.
My turn.
Let's go, eh?
I'm on fire. New data.
It's like the final boss just needs to, you know, not have a random attack that hits absolutely everyone, does 10k damage.
We did it, Aaron.
That seems like the ultimate bullshit right now.
Looks like I got my power hat.
But yeah, this is genuinely the grind for the DLC dungeon I've been doing, because sometimes it's free here instead, so you get a little bit more.
New data.
Let's do this. Next.
Here we go.
Get fired up, eh?
New data.
Oh no, wait, that doesn't do anything.
Next. Hey. Look.
On
My.
Yeah, sure, we could probably find another one before leaving.
Follow me, everyone.
Oh, especially if it's one on their own. Okay, you're not really
New
worth the
data.
hassle.
Let's go, Aaron. Next. You should have bet new power.
We're ready for ya. My turn. New data.
Let's do this.
Here we go. Who's next? Victor looks like.
Sorry, I'm still waking up. It's been a morning. I didn't actually like. Sometimes I sleep poorly. It's why I did that
Do my best.
Sayonara Wild Heart stream like a little while ago. Sometimes I genuinely get real poor night's sleep, but last time really wasn't that bad. I think I'm just a little tired.
Here we go.
Anyway, you know, like sometimes it gets you.
I'll show you what I
And I think it's like, as a part of me as well, I really want to just get this game done. Like, I enjoyed this game a lot, but man, this, like, the end game is kind of tiring. And I know this is Route 1, and I'm sure in Route 2 and 3 it will be a lot more manageable, because you'll be in NG Plus cycles anyway, and grinding out won't be anywhere near as the hassle and, you know, everything else. But the later half of this game has genuinely kind of just tired me a little bit. And so it's like, I kind of want to just get it done now, just to, you know, move
Do
on.
my best. Here we go.
Let's go, Aaron.
My turn.
Get fired up.
Victory!
Did it, Aaron.
Looks like I got
Level up.
my power.
So what level are we thinking? Because I'm level 70 almost now. I haven't actually fought one of those guys. I'm too afraid to, in case it ends up being, like, far stronger down here, you know? Like, the opening enemy's one thing, but diving headfirst into, like, something else, you know, and later in the dungeon enemy, like, they might be, like, the wake-up calls. These guys might be the test, you know? I mean, I'll try one, but
My turn.
and I might be afraid of nothing, but you never know.
Data.
Let's do this.
And it also give us... Okay, no, they're not that bad.
Did it, Aaron.
And they drop around the same experience,
Looks
okay.
like I got my power.
So I want to go this way first. Yeah, you can tell I've been here. Because I said it was like between either like session 3 and session 4 or something like that. I ran through every single optional dungeon, avoiding all the enemies just to see what they were about. And I ended up picking up some stuff, which is why I have like some overpowered stuff now.
Let's do this.
Not the S-rank the S-rank fairies. No, it's like overpowered equipment you could get that I held off using, but because the final boss being the final boss, I'm like, I will be using for that.
Level up.
My power. Initiative. My turn. Here we go.
Let's do this.
Oh, again, these guys are actually, I'd almost argue they're easier than the other ones, than the normal enemies.
Level up.
Right, how was everyone doing? 73, 72, 71, 71, 71. Alright. We'll finish... Oh, no, what are those things?
My turn.
Hyperion. Alright, let's fight
New data.
Let's do this.
these.
Stay
Here
down.
we go.
Let's go.
The Hyperion seem a bit tougher, so I'm hoping that means they'll drop more experience.
Do it.
That's a win for us.
Not really, it's around the same again.
Looks like I got
I'm feeling.
my power.
There. Now let's leave, because I think that'll do. I hope it'll fucking do. Yank you out. I will actually come back here and restock as well. Yeah. And then we will go back up here and pray it's a high enough goddamn level to survive that like random 10 to 11,000 health damage attack that he does at the end of the fight for like no good reason. That seemingly can't be avoided either. I'm not here to... Come
You
on.
might run.
Don't waste my time with normal encounters. They are not worth the trouble. They do not drop anything worth my time. Not anymore, at least. Using what?
Let's go.
I forgot. I don't want to fight any of you guys. Why do we have to be in like the worst goddamn positions? It's not a inviting enemy to lay out sometimes in some of these areas. It's like, no, we're literally just going to make it so you can't run through. We're just going to make them block all the doors. Good luck. Like, I mean, come on. I shouldn't be whining. I put almost all of the challenge on this game I put on myself because I wanted to get that hard mode trophy. No, that was the wrong button. It's just, for me, if you're going to do a harder difficulty, no matter how hard the game gets, you still need to make it feel like it's in the player's control. There's a steady sense of progression, and, you know, it's fair. And the final boss of this, on, like, I said, I don't know what it's like on easy or normal, but on hard, I feel it. It doesn't matter how much you've progressed, you're not going to be strong enough for it unless you've just done idiotic amounts of grinding. Which, without the DLC, it would absolutely be idiotic amounts of grinding. They have an attack that just does a stupid amount of damage, and it can't be argued. You know, like, it's just a whole lot of, like, little things that makes it feel out of your hand and just not so fair right at the very last second. And it's like, it's kind of disappointing to get this far just for it to kind of crumble at this point.
Don't let your guard down.
It's my turn.
My turn. Here we go.
We'll stop you! I'm sorry.
My turn.
My strength waned. Get ready! What should I expect?
Here we go.
Oh, I was like, can we kill him before he gets a phase shift?
You're up.
What I will do, though, since we know that in what am I thinking? Phase 2 of our Force losses, they also... our health carries over to the last phase. I was trying to think one way to say then. I will make sure to try and heal just before that first turn ends if I can help it. I have to put on the most important bits first. There we go. There. Right. For the love of God, be enough. I don't want to keep doing this. Oh. I don't want to keep doing this.
Beat you down.
It all behold.
I'll do my best.
So here's the first phase where it doesn't matter.
Here we go.
Let's go, eh?
I'm... Plan for victory.
It all
I leave for like 3 streams and there's a furry now.
My turn.
Oh, you mean Pippin? Yeah, we've had Pippin in our party for a while, dude. Or do you mean like the or do you mean like the fairy I had that kind of looked like one? Anyway, I need to make sure during this forced loss that we heal, since it carries over into the next phase.
Let's do this.
Which works out because the 2 healers go last.
Here we go.
Let's go, eh?
So you... there. Alright, and then we get the actual final boss. For the love of God, please don't do your bullshit 11,000 damage insta-kill attack on the whole party again.
Here we go.
Because it's why I'm so ridiculously power level. Because having a guaranteed 11k damage attack to everyone, it's like, no, I need to find a way to get my defense high enough to survive that. So it doesn't do 11 fucking thousand.
Execute. Here we go.
Let's go, eh?
I'm ready.
Alright, Tiara, you're the only one that we need to be a bit more careful with because you're a lower level, so I'll have you guard. As we see what this one does. Still hits like a truck, even though I want to point out, when we first tried this final boss, I was level 45. Everyone is like in their mid-70s, minus Tiara, because, you know, she was out of the party, so didn't get any of that grinding. And it's still doing, you know, that much damage to Ethel, putting her to 4,800. This is what I mean. It's like, this is what I mean. If you're going to make the difficulty of your game, you need, no matter what the difficulty slider is, if there's a hard mode or an extreme mode or whatever, it needs to feel like there's a sense of progression for the player the whole way through, and it still feels fair when things go wrong. This final boss is just a ginormous grind wall on hard, it feels like. And that's just not on. It doesn't matter what the difficulty is. It should always feel like it's a smooth progression and feels to an extent fair, and it does not. At least to me.
I'll do my best.
Get ready.
But I don't want that to come across as me, like, dogging on the whole game. I really enjoy this game. I wouldn't have played it to the end if I didn't. It's just the last hurdle kind of weighs it down a little bit, in my opinion. The ask that they put on you for this fight just to survive it feels a little much at points.
Goodbye now.
Let's do this.
It all, behold my power.
As it makes sense with Tiara because she's level 45. You know, she's like she's far behind the curb from everyone else. It's just when everyone else gets hit like that, it's like, huh? Why?
It all ends
Here we
here.
go.
So when Pippin gets hit for 6,000, it's like Pippin's in the 70s.
I'll do my best.
You know, like there's things not connecting here.
Let's go, eh?
Here we go.
Get ready.
Actually, I'll have you heal as well, because I'm paranoid.
You be gone. It all, take this.
Oh, and of course, it
Behold my power.
just hit someone. Don't hit everyone. If this hits everyone, it will probably guarantee a game over on us again. Okay, it seems like it's only going for Fang. Let's see if it instant kills Fang.
Seriously?
Almost. We have got enough defense to survive it. Thank God. Will this cure reach him? No, okay, I need someone else to dive in on that. It's about the fairy you had. Yeah, we do. We have all kinds of our fairies.
My turn. My turn.
It all ends. Burn away your sins.
Does that say Scorching Chest Ray? That's the best name they had.
I
It's
can
not
do
over
it.
yet.
And it killed because it hit twice. Of course it did.
It all ends
Here we go.
here.
Let's do this.
I'm ready.
How's everyone doing? Okay, it's only Fang that might be dangerous spot, so I'll have
Do my best.
that attack go through.
Here we go.
Let's go, eh?
And we'll just pray that that's enough for Fang to survive. Whatever comes next.
Power. I'm not. I must. With my. Take this.
This might
Alright,
be
we did
bad.
survive. I think we're in the clear, because that was the one that always hit everyone and killed. We might finally
Do this.
be able to pull through here.
With my divine.
Assuming he doesn't just randomly punch for Fang for 6,500 damage. I mean, if they could, not do that, that'd be nice.
My turn.
Fang might get put down again, because I don't think there's any real way to reach him from here.
With my divine. This is the beginning.
Oh, no, this is the one that was the one that hit everyone. Umbral. This is the one that hits everyone. Let's see if we all survive. I hope to God we all survive.
Burn away your sins.
This is the one that hits the whole party that you can't avoid with on the last health bar. That, yep, still IKs everyone. Come the fuck on. That was 13,000s I saw in there. What the come on. Keep in mind, I first entered at level 45. Look at this. What do you want from me, game? Am I missing something? You know, like you see what I mean? Like that. This is what I mean. Like it's annoying. I think that's, I must point out. It's like I do genuinely enjoy this game. Also, hello, dude. I don't know how to pronounce your first name. Is it Archuo or Archo? Or would you rather me just call you Lopez? But anyway, the final boss, as I was getting to, we first got here at level 45, experienced that, and I went, oh, okay, I'm probably a little bit under level, that's fine. Went to level 50, exact same thing happened. Went to 55, exact same thing happened. Just call me Arthur. Okay, dude, no worries. In general, it was just a constant pain in the neck. And I was just like, okay, I might be missing something. So off stream, it's why I've been streaming other stuff for the past weekend. I grinded way up. Look, level 74, 73, 72, 72, 72. The only exception, the missing slot, is Tiara, because she's out of your party. I'm the guy from Strive yesterday. Yeah, I saw you subscribed. Thank you for joining us. Griffith, I think you missed the Strive stream yesterday. I was doing a bunch of online matches, and one of the dudes I did online with, he posted like a really cool round of our fight onto Reddit, and so we chatted through that, and so he found my channel. So yeah, welcome, Arthur. Anyway, to finish my discussion, the fact that I know I'm playing on hard, but the idea of that the difficulty should skyrocket this much is still kind of baffling to me. I said the only exception is Tiara, one of the missing members, because she's removed from you for the whole dungeon until the final boss, so she's whatever level you entered with, which is level 45. So this makes sense when she gets hit hard, but when everyone else gets hit hard, I have to raise an eyebrow. And keep in mind, the dungeon I've been using the grind in, if I leave yet again, I've been using a DLC dungeon. I don't know. I can't remember if this is free or if you have to pay for it, because I've had this game. I've had this game on my shelf in the library for years, and it was just DLC that was installed when I actually put the disc in to try it. So maybe I got it many years ago. Maybe it was free. But either way, it's a DLC dungeon, meaning at some point in time this wasn't available to people. So what? Did people just grind up in the final dungeon where you get like 4,000 experience and you require 266,000 to level up? Like, can you see what I'm getting at? Like, is there something I'm missing? Is there a mechanic that I've just completely neglected and not known about for a while? Like, everyone's super boosted. Do I just need, like, magic defense really high? Like, what am I missing? Everyone's got really good equipment and, like, really powerful spirits that literally, like, double their default stats, nearly. I don't know, is it... Maybe, like, once I, like, go to, like, New Game Plus or something, I'll discover some mechanic I never knew about, and then, like, oh, if I just did that, it would have been really easy. It's just that... And I never want to come across as that guy, like, like... dare I quote him, DSP. You know, that one YouTuber that everyone dunks on because he's genuinely terrible at every game he plays and always blames the game. I never want to come across as that, or because if I can help it. But it does feel a little like, what's going on here? Like, it is a bit like, why is it like this? Why is there such a ridiculous jump to take on Sherman at the end there, that they can just one-tap your whole party? Oh dear. I was hoping to get this done pretty soon, because if I'm completely honest with you, I really enjoyed playing Assessment yesterday. So I was like, yeah, I'll stream this in the morning, get it finished, and if I get it done super quick, we can transition to Guilty Gear Strive and play more Testament. But this might take another 4 hours, and if that's the case, then no. Strive will have to wait till the weekend. Because my schedule's going to be not packed, it's just tomorrow's the Genshin update, and I want to cover that. Thursday I'm taking off for... Because firstly I've got work that day, so it's like... it would make sense to just make that my day off as we're going anyway. But it's also because the Sonic movie comes out in the UK, and I'm debating going to watch it like early in the morning, and then go to work straight after. But that's just debating. Like, yeah, literally, how the hell does a level 70 take the same damage as a level 40? Yeah, thank you! Like, you know what I mean? Like, is there something I'm missing, or... Like, did they genuinely expect you to just power grind this section? Or just get insanely lucky that the final boss, for some reason, on their last health bar doesn't do that ultimate on everyone?
Looks like level up. My power.
And keep in mind as well, this is to finish Route 1. When you go into New Game Plus, some things change and you get access through messing around with the godly revivals and such to get access to the second ending, and then a third route to get access to a third and final ending. I don't know if the game goes straight on Nier, where like the game radically changes, but a lot of small scenes throughout the whole course of the game do change on the second and third run through. So there's a true final boss at the end of the third run, presumably. That's probably going to be even stronger, but what level are you expected to be by then, if that's the end of your third full playthrough? Like level 200 and something? You know?
Hey, everyone! My turn. New data?
Let's do this.
And if it's at first I thought maybe the enemy itself is getting leveled to our level, but if that's the case, the boss would be one-shotting Tiara every single turn, but they're not.
I'll show you what I got.
They're doing around the same damage they've always done.
New data?
Alright, that was a lot of enemies, so that'll probably drop a decent amount of experience. Yeah, 400k, damn.
A new power.
Looks like I got much
77, 77, 78. Hang on, let me use this. We'll go until everyone, so that means Ethel and Goldo are level 80, and then we'll try it again. And if it still doesn't work, I'm going to start ripping my hair out. It's just that ult at the end. Like, the boss fight itself, we've got it, I think. I think we've got a rhythm and it's fine. It's just for some reason the attack has a bullshit attack right at the end that hits the whole party, and you just have to survive it. It's a damage check, and it's a damage check on failing.
Looks like I got
Level up.
Alright, so it's just these three. It's just Ethel, Goldo, and Pippin. We need to, like, bulk up. This way. Unless you keep your level up to NG+, the Route 3 boss would practically be impossible without the hardcore grinding. Yeah, that's how it's feeling. I imagine so. Compile Heart published games tend to be insanely generous with what you can carry over into NG+. Like, it'll be like, all of your skills, all of your equipment, all of your levels, just have at it. And you're like, okay. Or, like, I know some of their later ones, I don't know if this game was late enough, they let you pick and choose what you wanted to carry over. Like, if you wanted to just carry over your money, or just your level, or just your skills, or, you know, things like that. Like, you could pick and choose things like that. Which was nice, because you could make, like, challenge runs for yourself a little bit. Or if you wanted to kind of start fresh, but you didn't want to do money grinding, because in some of their games, you know, like Death End Request 1, some items are extremely pricey to try and get. Just carry over your money. So you can still get a fresh run, but you don't have to worry about money grinding all the time. But I'm aware this is a re-release of a significantly older one. I completed a quest during that? I completed several quests during that?
Level up.
What? Hang on. What quest did I do? A D quest. They were both the same quest. That's why the other one just vanished. They were both the same quest. Like, there's probably another... Yeah, they were both Get 2 Pretty Shells. That's why I seemingly did both of them. Okay, I was very confused. And I still haven't unlocked the S rank quest. I still need to do more. A little bit more, and then we'll try again.
Surprise. My turn.
And the thing is, I'll check, but I don't think I have a sword. I mean, I know I can put the swords in the ground to alter the stats and whatnot. Is that everyone? The gold only still needs to level up. I don't know if I have a sword that lowers magic damage, because I assume that's what that attack is. I assume that's magic based, that final boss attack. Because it looks like it, a giant shadow orb that drops on everyone. If that's physical, help me. But I'll check. But I don't think I do, because I think it's one of the Vile God Swords, and we can't mess with them until we're on Route B. Well, I mean, we could mess with them now, but it would mess with the endings and plots. We have to kind of leave it until we're on our next playthrough.
Let's go, Aaron. Next.
Here we go. How good job. Level up.
Alright, let's have a look, see. No, you, get out of here. Do we have a boost magic defense sword? Experience, attack, physical, drop rate. Magic defense, but less attack. Do we have another one? Alright, let's try it for my sanity. We'll do a little less damage, but if it means we survive, I'll do it. Let's get up there. Again. Don't mind me, enemy. I said don't mind me. You've got nothing to add. Why did you do half of Ethel's health? Why is the final dungeon's balance so skewed? What? Game. Please. I get that it was probably a critical hit, but even so, a crit, that shouldn't have done that level of damage. Like, why? What is going on with this final dungeon? Like, I criticize, but I just find it funny at the end of it, because like the whole game, yeah, there were hard moments, and there were a couple moments where I kind of raised an eyebrow, but they were usually because of the situation, not because of, you know, grind walls. Like, they say, oh, here's a boss fight, but we're going to make you fight it with just one character, and they're not a healer. And you're like, oh, okay. Or, oh, you only fight with, like, the weakest party member. Congratulations. You're like, why do that? But this, it's just, the whole dungeon seems really skewed against you for no real reason. And I get it. Final dungeon, you want it to be tougher, you want it to be like a bigger test, but it still needs to follow all the rules. You know? That it feels like a progression, it feels like a steady step forward from what you did before, that it feels manageable, that if you are going to grind, it's only a little bit, and it feels like there's satisfying results. Like, there's a lot of things that should be there, at least I personally feel, that makes it more manageable and more, like, easier to enjoy and get, and, like, find your way through, and, you know, make you want to come back to it once you're done at some point. Like, the perfect example is, like, the final dungeon of, well, the final couple dungeons of Persona 5. They are pretty damn tough. If you've just kind of been, like, smooth sailing your way through it. But they feel like they're always within reach, and it only takes a little bit of work and a little bit of grinding before you're kicking the final boss's backsides. Alright, let's try this yet again. Alright, we'll beat up Sherman.
Plan for victory.
Here I come.
I'll do my best.
I know we do less attack, but we're so ridiculously over. It's Sherman, it makes sense for how much damage we do to him, because we ridiculously outlevel him.
Let's go, eh? What should I expected?
Yes. Yeah, we skip you straight to phase 3 because we beat you up too quick.
My turn. Sleep.
Alright, then we get off, the Tiara joins the party at level 45. Go all into your defense, my girl, please. just, you're the one I expect to not live. But it would be nice if you could. Put on the costume I have for her again. There we go. Put you on you. 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 I always forget which one's which. You know what, you have that one. Mix it up a little bit, why not? And then you can have that. And then you have that. Alright, people. Let's cross our fingers. As I said, Tiara, it makes sense for her to get hit super hard, because look at her level compared to everyone else's. Because this game, annoyingly, removes Tiara from most of this dungeon, and you can't get her back even if you leave until you get to this point in the final boss. So she just loses levels. She just loses 4 floors of the final dungeon's worth of levels for no good reason. Other than, you know, the plot demands it. But everyone else should be fine. Please. As this first phase you're scripted to lose, so it doesn't matter. Well, we survived the scripted to lose phase. That's a promising start.
Not yet.
Only a flesh wound.
I can still fight.
Beat you down.
Alright, then we have the get through a turn.
Here we go.
Let's go, Aaron.
My turn.
Let's go, eh?
Now we get the actual final boss, and we need to not die.
New data.
Have you do that.
Ready.
You do Eruption Edge. Ethel could probably do with a top up anyway, just to be on the safe side.
Get ready.
My turn.
Tiara, you know what? I'm just gonna have you guard. Stand right in front of him and guard.
Behold my power!
I'm ready.
And watch as the final boss attacks over your head, because he really has a thing for Pippin. Did you equip the furry on Harley? I think so. Yeah, if that's the one that boosts Earth, then yes, I did. Do we have a... Everyone gets a turn before Sherman gets there next. Okay. So we can have everyone kind of top up heal a little bit.
Let's go, eh?
Get ready.
I'll stand more over here so Tiara can move away a little bit more to heal.
I'm all right.
There we go.
Get ready.
New data? My turn.
And the attack down keeps missing. It'd be nice if that connected, but I think it's probably resistant to status shifts. Like, you probably can't make the final boss lower its attack or defense. It's probably just a preset thing of, no, it's the final boss.
Let's do this.
It all suffer this
Let's go,
despair.
eh?
Okay, that was a crit, and it only did 3,000, so that gives me a little bit more hope.
Here we go.
That was a crit too. Good on you, Goldo. You've come a long way from missing every turn. Will that reach?
I will say.
Alright, now he's going to charge up his ult.
Here we go.
And we've got 2 characters to try and interrupt it with.
My turn.
Why is her movement so restricted? Oh no, it's her... Okay, no, it's her fairy. The fairy she's got equipped. I was like, why can't she go anywhere? I forgot that's that fairy.
It all take that.
It didn't interrupt it. He lived though, that's a promising start. Doesn't mean we'll survive that 10k variant later on, but it's a promising start.
I'm ready.
Tiara, heal your boyfriend.
It all.
Oh, here comes the ultimate one. Here comes the one that hits everyone. Let's sit back and enjoy and see if this is survivable.
I will save this world.
Let's make this interesting.
Fucking almost everyone anyway.
My soul.
Oh my god. Well, it's a step forward.
New data?
It all.
It did it again immediately afterwards. Are you kidding me? Does he do it every single turn after you get onto that last bit? Because he immediately did it again. Guys, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do at this point? Is it just kill or be killed? Is it just get him close to that bit and then have everyone, like, suit up? Why do I feel more tension than any final boss I played? Well, the tension is gone now, right? It genuinely bums me out a little bit because of how much I've enjoyed this game up until this point, just for the final boss to be this stupid. Because what do I do? Do I go grind out to level 99 solely to come back here and like get its like halfway health and get everyone suit up and then just push to try and kill it in one fell swoop so it can't do that attack? Because that's the problem. The final boss itself, all the other attacks, like we're hitting decently and we're hitting back decently, you know? It's that specific attack. It hits everyone no matter what, and it does 10k damage on average. The only person who survived it was because they were in their fairy form, so had boosted stats. And then they immediately did it again the very next turn. Like, what am I supposed to do? Guys! We've been here for an hour already. So I mean, like, if I go to Godly Revival, morning John, you've missed an hour of us getting absolutely whooped by the final boss despite being level 80 odd now. Like, because these ones we can't really touch, unfortunately, because it will affect our ending. To be fair, not that there's any here that I really want by the looks of it. No, there's nothing here I'd really want anyway. Because we can't put out any more of these because we don't have an S-rank soul. Well, we don't have a non-DLC S-rank soul, so we can't get this. And there's no no Lola thing saying, hey, go hunt this extra soul. I think the S-ranks don't show up until New Game Plus. Because I haven't got an S-rank quest either. I know like there's a lot of quests I need to actually, you know, do. Like there's a lot here I've neglected. But I was gonna get to them in my own time when we're not not let's playing. But it's like I don't think you can get an S rank on your first playthrough, so we can't get that last sword out to like get like the full power of the goddess. Actually, can I do some of this? Oh, I could do that one. Get some just to distract ourselves from that grinding for a little bit. I could do that. I could probably do that one. And then it's just how much further I want to go. Just so we're doing something else for a minute, whilst my brain tries to process the frustration that is that final boss.
Here we go.
Let's do this.
And we get to listen to nice music again.
My turn.
Get ready. It's over.
But yeah, John, all you've missed is us basically like grind out another 10 levels, go fight the final boss. He does this one ultimate attack at the end that hits the whole party. He does like 11,000 damage to everyone, and sends me packing. So I'm like, okay, let's go grind some more. We go grind some more. The exact same thing happens, and it's starting to get really like tiring. It's like it's such just a bullshit thing that the boss can just do for no good reason. So it's like, just for the sake of my sanity, I keep on like just doing other things. So we're gonna go back here, because of course we are. I mean, I say that, if I'm feeling bold, if you give me 2 seconds to check. I know you can't see the screen, but just give me a second to check. Which one is it's East Killenar, that's level 250. This one. We could save and try and fight in here and see if we get like a idiotically more experience just to speed up the process. But if not, we can just go back to the first DLC dungeon. It's just like I said. Also, that's a point. That's a point that just crossed my mind. This DLC dungeon level expectation is level 100 minimum, and we've been fighting in there since level 50. Final boss of the goddamn game, level 45. We still can't beat it. How does that make sense? But let's try fighting enemy in here to see how dangerous the level 250 is.
My turn. Here we go.
Oh, the music. It's a different track.
Let's do this.
My turn.
I mean, we're doing decent damage to them. It's just how much damage they're about to do to us. Let's see. Survivable. I mean, they're extremely hazardous.
This looks dangerous.
Oh, I don't have enough health to do that. It's extremely dangerous, but we could theoretically survive it with a couple more levels in our blood. As in that one, this one, actually I can show this for a second. This is level 999. This is the last DLC dungeon. They genuinely don't want you in here until you've done like a million playthroughs presumably to be this high a level.
Sorry.
And so I haven't bothered trying to fight anything in here, because I'm like, level 999.
New data.
Yeah, that health bar did not move.
Let's do this.
Here we go.
Let's go, eh?
Actually, like, that health bar's barely starting to move, but I doubt it's going to matter, because I imagine this is going to do like forever damage.
It's not over yet.
Yeah.
I'm on fire.
Yep. Yeah, 22k per person, yep. Anyway, back to the DLC dungeon we can tank alone.
Now's our chance. I'll do my best.
It's like these level 100 enemy, by the way, we can beat just fine.
My turn.
Let's go, eh?
It's not over
We just
yet.
did.
Winner.
And it's annoying because I was like, oh yeah, level 65. That's gonna be more than enough to be able to beat the final boss with. And when I started the stream with, and it wasn't. And now here we are yet again.
Looks like that works. My turn.
But if we're gonna just be grinding, we might as well talk about other stuff.
Let's go, Aaron.
Save it just being me whinging all the
Stay
time.
down. You did it, Aaron.
Because I always want to try and keep the streams positive if I can help it. Always trying to keep things buzzing. Gotta go, I'll come back in a few minutes or so. Hope I don't miss the final boss. Oh, don't worry, I'm gonna be grinding for a bit. See you in a bit, Griffith.
Looks like that works. I'll do my best.
I don't mind talking about other stuff. I'm still, I know it's like only the start of the week, but I'm still curious to see if that Bloomberg report ends up being true about the Project Spartacus. Just because of, part of the thing with Project Spartacus is that it's going to, if you get the most expensive version,
Data.
come with a streaming license. So if you have the highest subscription, any game on PS4 or 5, including ones with blocked scenes, will be streamable. Or at least that's what the rumor says. And as much as I'd be like, no, I have my doubts, yada yada, the reason why I'm hopeful and at least prepared to be optimistic that it might be true is because it's,
Here we go.
in the grand scheme of things, not the biggest of problems in the universe, because most people are using their own capture cards. You know?
Back down.
Most
Looks
people
like I got stronger.
have brought their own capture cards and use it, so don't have that problem. It's just poor me.
My power has
I say that, you know what I mean? Like, can't afford a capture card and like a good PC setup me,
Surprise.
who uses the built-in system because it's much more helpful. So I know it's a problem that's, you know, not a major problem for a lot of people. Like, it's a very like a background thing. So for it to be in the rumor
Let's
to begin with, it's like that. If it was false,
I'll show you what I got.
it would seem weirdly petty to target like a really tiny group of people and give them that glimmer of hope, if that makes sense. Like, it seems really weird that specific thing's brought up. Because I've always had problems with it, but you take one look on the internet, not that many people are too fussed usually. It's usually if it's like a hyper-specific example and people go, no, that kind of sucks. Like when Persona 5 first came out and like the whole game of that was blocked. People weren't too keen on that.
Data.
Or like with me, when I was going to Danganronpa V3, just to find out after Chapter 1 you're out of luck, you can't record anything.
You did it, Aaron. A new power.
Looks like I got much.
Level up.
My power has.
But it'd be nice if that's true, because it means any fear I have about future releases potentially blocking me from being able to play them go out the window, because I'll just buy the subscription.
My
I know I was just talking about being poor and all that shit, but you know, I can buy a fucking subscription. And I'll just treat it as a bit. I say that I don't do this as a job, but I'll treat it as a business expense because it will allow me to stream more things, so it's a worthy investment. As much as I just wish, you know, they changed the system, I would much rather.
My turn.
I think we're going to be beating that boss anytime soon. Don't worry. Yeah, we're really not at this rate.
New data.
But
Let's do this.
oh, what was I saying?
Next.
Um,
You did it, Aaron.
But as much as I'd love them to change the system and make it so it's just like maybe a discouraged or you're entering spoiler territory, but you can still record. That I think would have been a much better alternative.
Let's go, Aaron.
So it's like this, so like Atlas, to give an example, could say we would rather you not stream past this point. So when you get there, the game gives you that warning and says, hey, we'd rather you not. But it doesn't, you know, stop you. So once it's like been years.
Level up.
And the company has definitely, you know, stopped caring at all about it, you can just hop back in and play it just fine, you know? You know, the Fang having more than 10k health, and Goldo and Pippin actually, gives me a glimmer more hope now. Because it's like, if the boss is doing like 11 odd k, we boost our defense more, we might be able to argue that along.
We're ready for ya. I'll do my best.
Like, we might be able to kind of, like, Magoo that through and win. I'm still going to keep grinding, because I don't want to keep on making that run all the way up there, just to die and come back down. We're going to keep on going until I'm safe, until I am comfortable.
Looks like I got.
We're going to over-level so much that we go into New Game Plus, and the first enemy dies upon seeing us. Yeah, it would be petty. I don't know if my chat's just super behind today, but it feels like by the time I read your guys' comments, it's like, I'm sure I talked about like a couple minutes ago, but
My turn.
Chat's probably just way behind for me today.
Let's do this.
Here we go.
But in saying that, the whole rumor might not be true. But then I don't think that's the case, because this isn't the first time Project Spartacus is leaked. The first one was literally just before the Game Awards. A lot of people were expecting it to be announced at the Game Awards, because it was literally just before it that it was announced that Sony, or not announced, but you know, leaked that Sony had Project Spartacus, and it was going to be their answer to the Game Pass. Which would be nice, because you know that the other thing that would make it great about it? If there's a game I really like that's on Spartacus, that's on like Sony's Game Pass, I can literally say, hey, it's free if you've got the Game Pass. Like without, I know I'll sound like a shill to Sony at points, but I can literally be like, hey, try it out. It's literally not a penny of expense to spend.
My turn.
And I imagine there'll be a whole bunch of third-party games that will not only be on Sony's like Spartacus, but also the Xbox Game Pass. So I'll be like, hey, if you've got a console that isn't the Switch, because you know I doubt Nintendo's going to do their own Game Pass. There's a part of me that just thinks they have their way and they're going to stick with it to the end of time. But you know, it'd be much easier for me to even talk about games and just be like, hey, give it a go yourself. It's free if you've got the subscription. I haven't actually been to this interior floor once, so I don't know if the enemies are going to be way stronger up here. I'm actually kind of paranoid
Initiative.
that this enemy's just going to be like way stronger.
Here we go.
Actually, no, it doesn't seem...
Let's go, Aaron.
Seems about the same as usual, okay.
Here we go. Let's make this interesting. I'm going.
That's a win for us.
Looks like I got... My power has increased.
There's an enemy there, but I think that's like the equivalent of like the boss of this area, because it's a DLC zone, so you don't have like cutscene markers per se. It's just you keep on moving through it and pick up loot.
Initiative. I'll do my best. New data?
Let's do
But it's why I've been, with this Project Spartacus rumor, it's why I've been holding off on certain things. Like, I haven't been playing Ultra Despair Girls at all in my spare time, because it's like, well, if I can play it,
Here we go.
I would rather, you know, be able to do it blind. Yeah, Chapter 1 won't be blind, because I at least finished Chapter 1 before, you know, this rumor happened. But that's fine. I don't mind doing Chapter 1 again, because ultimately, when I think on it, it wasn't that long, Chapter 1. You run through the city, you run back through the city,
I'll do
you
my
pick
best.
up a new piece of your gun, run through the city again, fight the boss, you're done. Like in all sense of it, yeah, there's a lot of cutscenes in between, so like it bloats it out a bit.
Good job.
But it really wasn't that long in the grand scheme, so it'll be fine. And it would give me more of an opportunity to alter the volume, because I didn't realise when I did stream Ultra Despair Girls until I looked back on it afterwards. Like, I knew the game was loud, but I didn't realise it was that loud, and it kind of was overpowering my voice for a lot of the stream. Which, for the record, if you ever hop into a stream of mine and it feels like the game audio is outpowering me, please tell me, because I don't know on my end. For me, sometimes it sounds fine, and then I'll go back on the recording and I'm like, ooh, that was a bit quiet, or that was a bit loud. Please say, and if I can adjust it, I will. There are some games, like when we did Sinai of Wildheart, that has no volume settings whatsoever. So I just turned up my mic volume and hoped for the best.
Looks like I got stronger.
But if you guys notice these problems or notice these holes, please say, so I can try and address them and try and make them better for everyone. How are we doing level-wise? Okay, nearly level 90. You know, another 10 levels.
My turn. New data?
I don't know what level I'm going to aim for. I think I'm just going to, like, finish, like, clear out this whole dungeon and then figure it out from there. Like, we'll just look at what our level ends up being on the other side of that and then just kind of go, maybe that will work.
I got some good data.
Okay, we're at a point that 250,000 is not enough for anyone to level up in one go. I was like, okay, that's a good amount for... Oh, no one leveled up. So even the DLC dungeon isn't enough for us to be consistent and leveling up anymore.
Here we go.
And you watch, we're going to go into that final boss and they will still one-tap us with that ultimate at the
Here we
end.
go.
Get ready.
On the plus side, this stream is longer than I thought it would be. I was paranoid. Not paranoid, that's the wrong word for it. I was kind of like expecting us to just hop in, go straight to the final boss, beat the final boss, and be like, well, that stream was 10 minutes long, now what? But the fact that I've been able to, you know, mostly just grind and talk to you guys for an hour and a bit already. If we finish, like, I don't know, maybe before 12, I might transition to Guilty Gear. It depends. Because there's a lot of things I want to do in my spare time. And because I've talked about it before, and it's like, I always feel like bad talking about it, even though I know I shouldn't be, because, you know, it's something I do.
New data.
It's just, it's what I work on in my spare time. I've been neglecting my book for a while. And I want to get back to writing more of that. And so, and it's like, a lot of it is because I'm always like planning for the next stream, saying, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. It's just kind of gone by the wayside a little bit. It wasn't as bad as it was when I was also, you know, writing the scripts for Danganronpa V3 and those videos. My books genuinely didn't get touched because I was writing other things. I was like, no, it would just start to hurt my head if I was writing both, especially with how big some of those scripts ended up being. But none of those scripts were small. I think chapter 6 was genuinely like 25,000 words at the end, and I had to try and trim it down as we went. And like trying to write them, and then also, you know, writing my own book, it wouldn't have been my wisest choice. So it really got put to the wayside. But now I'm not writing those scripts.
My turn.
I still haven't really like got back to it too much,
Here we go.
even though I enjoy it when I do, because, you know, I love writing. It's genuinely like a really, for me at least, I find it extremely relaxing to just sit down and write. Which is ironic because I hated reading as a kid.
My true power.
I was adamantly against it at all opportunities. I mean, I was like 10 or 11, I really wanted to like write something. And of course it was terrible because I was 11. But I just kept writing, and it just never left me. And of course, over the years, I'm not going to say I got better, because who knows. My test audiences, every time I read it, seem to think quite positively of it, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's good. It just means the test audience likes it. The general masses is always different from a test audience. But at least in that sense, I have got better and confident enough to write a book that I want to
New
publish.
data.
And I mentioned it in the other stream. I think it was also a Fairy Fencer stream where I mentioned it. When I do publish it, you damn well know I'm going to be advertising it in every stream. I'll put a link to it on Amazon or something in the description or something.
Here we go.
I will be like, oh, in my book. Oh yes, my book. Please, my book. You know.
I'm burst.
I'll talk about it so much that you buy it just because you're annoyed at me bringing it up all the time.
Looks like I got my power.
And then you guys can all come back and be like, okay, this bit was good, but what the fuck was this bit? And oh, okay, and this bit was nice, but I didn't like this bit. You know, like. And to be fair, I'd welcome that. I genuinely, if people came into like to my stream, be like, hey, I read your book.
Here we
I liked
go.
these bits, but I didn't like these bits. I felt like this bit could have been done a bit different, or yada yada. As long as it's, you know, respectful, I genuinely appreciate those kind of things.
Get ready.
Because I always want to improve. I always want to write something that, you know, catches people's imagination, makes people, you know, be able to feel engrossed in my worlds and my stories, and, you know, be a part of it. If there's something missing or something not right, I'd always love to hear it, you know, to be able to take it going forward.
Here we go.
Let's go, eh?
Let's do this intro.
That's a win for us.
That's a second, I was like, is that the enemy at the end? No, that dragon over there is the enemy at the end. What's here? Where is it? Oh, it's probably over there, isn't it? No? Where is it then? Oh, it's like here in the edge somewhere.
What's this?
Okay, what I'll do, so I actually want to try and fight that dragon, you know, just to make a bit more excitement. So I'm going to leave and save so we don't lose this progress, because that's a lot of grinding we'd have to do again if we just then died. And then go fight that dragon. Just so we have a bit more excitement in our day that isn't us just get wrecked by that that boss all the time. So excuse me guys, just passing through. I want to go fight the Duragan. And keep in mind, but doing all this grinding, right? Tiara's still gonna join and be level 45.
I'll do my run.
It's why I'm hoping in New Game Plus she doesn't join the party straight away and she gets the level reset. Because there's a few points in the plot where characters are out of the party for extensive periods of time, and then when they rejoin, their level gets reset to whatever your level is. I'm hoping Tiara gets that in New Game Plus, because otherwise she's going to be hella behind for the rest of her naturals. And considering Tiara's like one of the main healers of our party, having her be behind is not something I really want to entertain. In fact, I say she's the best healer in the game. The only reason why Goldo's holding his own in the healing is because of the level difference. If they were the same level, Tiara would still be the best healer because she has healing boosts. Alright, Mr. Durgan, I have come to bargain. Oh, you look like an enemy from Dragonstar. That being said, Dragonstar's the same team, so of course that makes sense. Oh my goodness. There's a whole squad here. Alright, let's do this.
Here we go.
Let's go, Aaron.
Here we go.
Let's go, eh? Die.
I managed to get a couple of them. Durgan hurts. Durgan hurts. Durgan hurts. Durgan hurts. Alright, that's why I saved. Imagine if I just dived in. I would have got demolished and lost all that experience we did. Durgan hurts. Good to know. Alright. Durgan is actually level 100.
New data.
Let's get everyone else to level 19 and we'll try this final boss yet a goddamn again then.
I'll show you what I got.
I came to bargain and the Durgan didn't want to hear any of it.
Use us. New power.
Looks like my power has.
Alright, so everyone level 90? Ethel is close, but not close enough. Get her up there. I don't like that Ethel is the only character with under 10k health. Like, she... Damn, you got jumped. I was like, hi, Mr. Dragon, are you ready for fighting? And no. That dragon was not prepared to play games.
Let's make this interesting.
I'll show you what I
Fix.
Alright, that should be enough. Yeah, okay, let's get up. Hey, Ethel still doesn't have 10k health. And everyone else is approaching 1100. Interesting. I'm going to leave that sword in there, because what does it matter at this point? What was it? It was Kurama, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay. Alright, final boss. We're coming for you, again. Or is it like attempt 6 or 7? Across all the streams we've done? Isn't it just that ult? If that enemy didn't have that ult or made it so that ult was single target, and so it was just an instant kill to one particular party member, it wouldn't matter. But the fact that it's the whole party and does that level of damage, come on. And all because I want that hard mode trophy. But it's still a balancing issue. I imagine on normal you feel that quite heavily as well. Just hopefully not enough that you have to grind to level 90 just to, you know, survive it. And the thing is, it's weird for me because the Idea Factory, although they didn't completely develop this, they are involved in this. And keep in mind, this is one of their older titles that was just like remastered for PS4. It had been a number of years since their PS3 titles, though. And like the original Neptunia, you know, a PS3 title, that had some really like weird jank difficulty spikes in it that didn't make any sense. And when you play its remasters, although they tried to iron some of them out, you can still feel it at points. There's a boss in Chapter 2 where you fight 2 bosses back to back, and that's real damn tough by the time you get there. Because you're like level 10 when you get there, and you need to be at level 15 to really stand a chance against the second boss of the 2. But then there's also like chapter 7, I think, where you like all the clones of your party escape and you have to go hunt them down and kill them. And it's like the clone of Neptune herself is insanely tough for no good reason. Like in the original version of PS3, that was stupendously OP, and they nerfed the hell out of her in the remaster, but she's still really hard and still the hardest boss in the game. And it's like they learned, because they in the remaster they nerfed it all, they changed it all. So how did this slip by them if they spent so much time to address these things in titles that came out before this? Alright. Yes, Tiara's all tied up. Sherman, it's time for your beatdown.
Here we go.
We'll stop.
I would say no hard feelings, but I genuinely hate your guts, so all hard feelings.
Get ready. What should I expect?
Yep, it makes you go straight to phase 3 because we skip through 2 phases in one go.
New data.
We free Tiara, Evil God awakens. Tiara's level 45 and the one that I expect to not live, and the only one I expect to not live. Boost your Fury form, give it so you get even more of a chance. Put everything into your defenses, so don't try and make it so you survive, please. Sure. Sure, everyone gets a magic defense boost. Alright, equipment. So we have to re-equip her again. That. Make sure she's wearing the costume I like to give her. Alright. You have that one. You have that one. You have you. And then the rest don't really matter too much. So you have that. You have that. And you have that. Now please. Please. Look at everyone's stats here for a second. Defense is the what that matters. The defense that... Hang on, I think I figured it out. The defense doesn't seem to change that much. Look at the level difference, yet look how... Like, some characters have got it good. Some really don't. Fang's magic defense is kind of low. Like, the physical defense, you can see the difference, but his magic... Like, Fang in particular's magic defense isn't that great. Do I have anything to address that with? Not really. He's got the best he can have for magic defense. What about Drac Ring? I think that's the same there. Yeah, because the Chosen One's ring is on Ethel. Because, her stats by default were slightly lower than everyone else's, so I gave her that to balance it out a bit more. And that's minus 65 defense, so why would I want that? Yeah, Fang's magic defense is abysmal compared to everyone else's. I say that. Goldo, despite being nearly twice the level, has less magic defense than Tiara. But that's because Tiara's a magic-based character, so it makes sense. Ay. Alright. Round 7, let's go.
It all die.
I'll do my best.
Tiara's death makes sense. I'll let that slide. If anyone else died in that, I would have raised an eyebrow. Tiara's under-leveled, so it makes sense for her to die. Space everyone out a little bit. Was kind of bullshit though that the final boss got to go first. Oh no, wait, this is the phase that doesn't matter, does it? Yeah, I forgot. That's the phase that doesn't matter.
Show me what you got.
And neither does this one. But I just need to make sure I heal before the turn ends. For a split second, I was just like, wow, they hit that hard anyway, huh? That's a great stop. No, it doesn't matter.
Get ready.
Completely forgot. That phase doesn't matter. It's the third one. This is the phase that matters.
Come on, let's do it.
It all. Behold my power.
My turn. Here we go.
Space everyone out. I know it doesn't matter for that ult, but still.
My turn.
Let's go, eh?
I'm ready.
And just have you defend.
Behold my power.
My turn.
So then you get your turn more often, so you can safety heal people, and then take 5,000 damage to the face. But sorry, everyone else gets a turn before
My turn.
the boss goes again, so we can save her. That's fine.
My turn.
Get ready.
Let's do this.
There we go. I will, because I'm paranoid, top up heal.
Behold my power!
My turn.
The person I want to heal is too far away. I'm trying to see if there's anyone else worth the effort. I guess
Here
Pippin.
we go.
So I wanted to try and top up Harley,
Here we
but
go.
she was way too far away.
It all
Get ready.
Get ready.
I'll do my best.
I'm constantly like glaring at like everyone's health and stats, and I'm like, if this is the turn where they do it, are we going to be fine? Like, it's genuinely, the fight's got me this on edge because of all this shit.
You be gone.
I'm
Right, this is the
ready.
charge up. This is separate.
Here we go.
It all behold my power!
My turn.
That's not that attack yet, but we're definitely close.
Get ready.
Alright, yeah, if you're in that form, that gives me a little bit more hope that you'll survive, because it boosts your stats.
My turn.
You're not at full health, and that makes me paranoid.
Behold my power!
My turn.
Sure.
New data.
Executing. It all
Here we go.
Actually, Fair Eyes for the stat boost first, then attack.
My turn.
Because I feel like it's going to be any turn now that's coming. So I'm actually going to have her defend as well, because I'm that scared. And you too. Alright, is it this turn?
I will save this world!
Alright, here we go.
Take this! Die!
Oh, it's not hitting the whole party. So what bullshit is that? So it can, sometimes he just doesn't hit the whole party? What, have I just been getting unlucky? This game!
I'm ready.
Ethel's way over there, so I can't really get to her to heal her. But she has her turn before it ends, so she can heal herself.
Here we go. My turn.
Yeah, so I can get her to do that. Really? Yeah, it was like, so we got a chance. I mean,
My turn.
but it's like, it's every single time we have fought this boss, they've hit everyone with it, and that one time they just decided not to. What? Come on.
Let's do this.
Is it because we're kind of circling it or something? Like, or is it just genuinely sometimes choose to not hit everyone?
Here I go.
Either way, it still feels kind of like
Taste my
eyebrow
power.
raising.
That hurt.
Take this!
Okay, this is single target. This one's not our ult that we have to worry about. But this might still kill, because...
Behold my power!
yeah, this one's the single target one. That's like, I'm pretty sure it is. It will still hurt a bunch. Okay.
New data.
Executing Gaia Sphere!
We got this.
I'm leaving the animations on at this point, because I at least want to try and make this fight end satisfying if I am going to win here.
I'll do my best.
You're still at full health. Oh, but Fang I'd rather top up Fang.
Here.
Nice.
I'll return.
Yo, here we go again. All right, put the controller down and watch patiently. Is this one going to hit everyone?
I will save
It
this
hits hitting
world.
4 of us.
I'm on fire.
Seriously?
Okay, killing Tiara. That makes sense because she's like half our level, I guess. That's still hit insanely hard at everyone else, though.
My turn.
Let's do this.
No, I'm still paranoid.
My turn. Here we go.
Both Goldo and Tiara are low, but they're both healers, so they can look after themselves.
Executing.
The power of Earth.
Oh, we're so close.
I still got this.
But I'm paranoid, so I'm gonna have him heal. I don't want to throw it away at the last glimmer. Either that, or, better idea, I have him attack, Tiara heal them both. This could do it.
Executing Soul Reaper.
How's this?
Yeah! There we go! Get the fuck out of here, you piece of shit bundle boss. Oh.
That was close, eh?
30k. That is not. Let's go. Oh no! Oh yeah, right. Krifik didn't come back in time. Oh. You know what the real reward here? It isn't the experience. It's the 200 weapon points. When I go into New Game Plus, I can boost people's defenses, so it makes this fight even easier in the next one. Holy shit!
Stronger.
Oh, Tiara. Oh, Tiara, you're level 40. Oh, Tiara. Oh. Oh my god. Let's go, baby. Take that, Sherman.
Goddess, I beg you.
Seal the vial, God. For good.
For this ending, you mean?
Bang?
Get in there, Tiara. Save your boyfriend. Unless the route one ends in like their death, and it's like in the later routes you find a way to get Fang to survive. Because there's still some things up in the. What?
I'm so glad Dorfa rehired me.
Alright, let's see what happens around the world. I'm guessing that's what they're gonna do here. Alright, Pyga, I'm surprised you're even still alive, Pyga.
A lot has happened. But no matter
A lot
what
has
happens
happened.
to
Yeah,
Dorfa,
that's their time has advanced, and you'll find out later on if people lived or died. Is Dorfa still evil? Because Dorfa had an evil leader that was killed by Sherman, taken over by them, but Sherman was eviler.
Well, yeah. There's no other corporation as large as Dorfa. But it looks like the new president is really strict.
I wonder who the new president
I
is.
already know that. That's why I brought a present to pay my respects. Pardon me. I, Pyga, have come to pay you my respects. Please enjoy this gift. It's a famous.
Oh,
sweet
she
tea.
lived! That's
They only sell 10 of
appreciated.
these a day. I stood in
Because she
line
was
for hours to
hesitating.
get it.
Although she was part of like the evil villain Dorfa, throughout the whole game she was showing signs of hesitating and agreeing with all the evil shit they were doing. So for her to take the new leader, that I think makes some degree of sense.
All for your sake, President Mariana.
That's nice.
If you have time to shop for gifts, then you have time to work.
Work, work, work.
If you don't increase your productivity, I'll fire you so fast your head will spin.
Please, not that. Anything but that.
It's still. Yeah, you kind of get what you deserve, Pyga. I don't even know why Pyga's in this game. I know they're trying to make him the comic relief villain, but he's just like, you feel sorry for him after a while.
Hey, handsome. You're a fencer, right?
And Lola's doing her usual, hey, I've got information to sell you.
Ah, so you're an informant. Yeah, I'm down. What do you got?
Maybe it's like, okay, I'll give you this for 200,000 gold.
Before we get to that, I'll need
But yeah,
30,000
30k.
gold.
That's expensive. There's no way I can afford that. Can't you lower the
And she
price?
won't lower her price.
Don't you know that strong fencers pay top price for information? And you definitely look strong to me.
Is that so? 30,000.
Wow, that
gold,
easily
huh?
manipulated her.
That's pretty cheap, actually.
Thank you for your patronage.
The the sun is shining.
Okay, so if they're around,
It's a perfect day
Ethel
to
is
go
still
on another
okay,
journey.
and Pippin is still okay, because they're the fairies attached to them.
Yes, I agree. Gold?
Yeah, and he's like, obviously Goldo's alright,
Did you double-check
because you
the
can see his
everything?
see him.
You've got your hanky and your blankie, right?
Still getting mothered to hell and back by Marissa, I see. Haven't really escaped that yet.
It's all good. I made sure to stick them both in my pack.
There are other important things.
Alright, Harley's still okay if Barhus is around.
Like we're going
So
out
we just
for a
need to see
stroll.
Kiwi
We're
or
traveling the world.
Aaron, and we'll know through them that Tiara and Fang are okay. Because Aaron and Fang are still sharing a soul, because Fang technically died, and so Aaron gave up half of her soul to keep him going, which is why we haven't been able to see Aaron in physical form in ages.
Are you guys going to be all right?
No worries. As long as I bring the energy and enthusiasm, things are gonna be all right.
That's right. It's okay to be a little scatterbrained and screw up every now and then.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Perfectionism is overrated, eh? I just want to run into fun things. That's pretty much the whole reason I'm going on this journey. I want to learn more about the world, so I'm even
Oh,
more
he's
fun
going
to be
walkabouts on
around.
his own. He's going to go explore himself. Good on you, Goldo.
So, what was that battle anyway?
The goddess used up all her power to seal the vile god away.
Okay.
And once again, both the goddess and the vile god have fallen into a deep sleep. The furies we've collected have scattered throughout the world, and everything has gone back to normal.
You mean we have to go get all the Furies again?
Yeah, but we saw it with our own eyes. Those who carved out their fate, who used their own hands to change their destiny. This world is shaped by our desires and our power, so we should do our best to ensure we're making the world a better place. What do you guys think?
That sounds about right.
I can agree with that.
Me too.
Hey, Ethel. We never did explain why you suddenly gained a new costume in this timeline, did we? We just kind of put it down to, oh, maybe something's changed in the, you know, the spirit of a continuum of time shenanigans, and they kind of left it at that.
Well, let's get going, eh?
Stay healthy, everyone!
Yeah, will do, Marissa.
Pippin, Ethel, what are you two going to do? Well, I've been observing this young lass, Ethel. She's lacking in common sense. and
Ouch.
is far too ignorant of the world.
Ouch!
It seems like a good idea to take her under my wing. After all, perhaps it was fate that we met under these circumstances. No way.
Ethel's like, go away.
Don't say that. So much has happened to us lately. We might get lonely if it's just the two of us again.
I won't get lonely, but maybe I wouldn't mind if someone else came with us. Well then, it's decided.
You plan
Well, at
to
least it'll be a
return to
party
your
of four, because Soji will go with Pippin.
I understand you have articles, right?
Oh, they're all going their separate ways. Like, no, it's always kind of depressing when you get to the end of an RPG when this happens, because it happens in most. But it's like the whole party goes, well, now what do we do? And so they all just start going their different directions.
Yeah, I've been thinking about documenting everything that's happened.
Documenting?
Yeah, how's this for an opening? When light and darkness still bore life, the goddess emerged and... still needs work.
Oh, it's a start.
That sounds like a daunting task. I guess I'm going to be pretty busy cleaning up after you.
Yeah.
I think it's a job worth doing. Don't you agree, Bahas?
Yeah, for both of us.
Yeah, Boss is like, yeah, if you write a real good story, maybe we'll all get paid, and then we can actually, you know, not live in what they live in, clothes-wise. Oh, I got a trophy. The goddess story is cleared.
What a lovely breeze. This is where we first met, Fang.
And Road of Thorns beat it on hard mode. Yes, I can lower it to normal after this. Oh, I can lower it to normal after this. Yeah. That's the real prize. Because I was paranoid that they'd make us go through all 3 routes to get the hard trophy. No, you needed to beat 1 route on hard to get the trophy. But I suppose this is our epilogue. So Tiara is enjoying her time. Oh, is this our romance ending? Because we spent all that time with Tiara. Do we actually get to see where this goes now?
Yeah, you're right.
Did Aaron really disappear?
Well, she was originally part of the goddess. She just...
Oh, so we lost Aaron? But I loved Aaron. Aaron was like the little sister of the group. Like, she was just a little menace, but you loved her, really. Oh, that's kind of sad. That makes it a little bit more bitter.
Did you make sure to say goodbye when you were inside the goddess's light?
Oh.
My memories, my feelings, they're all disappearing, Fang. I guess I'm going back to the goddess now. I don't want this. I don't want to forget about you, Fang.
Aww. Genuinely, like, I almost like sibling characters more than romance characters in stories, and that's what Erin was. Erin, throughout the entire game, I was constantly saying she's like a little sister. She's like the little sister of the group. She's a little menace. She knows how to cause trouble. She follows her gut more than her mind sometimes. But it made her really enjoyable because she just squabbled with everyone, but you knew her heart was in the right place. Like, she was the little sister of the group, and I love that dynamic, to have like a sibling-esque character. So I was like, no, I kind of feel bad.
Don't worry. You'll always be a part of me.
Thank you. Goodbye, Fang. You better be nice to Tiara.
But at least he kind of got to say his final farewell. Oh, and that's where it ends? Oh, maybe after the credits then. Because I'm guessing the credits are about to roll. Aww. Okay, final thoughts. I am going to put the final dungeon to one side for a second. Just for a minute. We'll get to that in a minute. This game is really charming. It's pretty damn hard in places, but it is extremely charming. I think the character writing carries it through, because the story is ultimately kind of simple. It's collect swords to get the goddess. It goes wrong, collect the swords again, get the goddess, final boss. You know, like, it's real basic, and there were some things that we spotted out very early on. Like, we knew something was different about Tiara pretty early on. Like, literally, the very second Sherman opened his mouth, I was like, oh, I bet he's a villain. I bet he's the main villain. Like, and lo and behold, yes, he was. They played it a little too straight with the goddess and god, where the goddess was literally like the good goddess and the evil god. It's like, wow, they're literally called that kind of thing. But the gameplay was really enjoyable, making it that you can like run around the arena and positioning matters, and it's a turn-based RPG. The music in this game is way too good for its own, like, for what the game is tied to. And it's entirely because it's on the screen there, Nobuo Uematsu and the Earthbound Papas did the music for this game. AKA the Final Fantasy composer. Nobuo Uematsu composed every Final Fantasy soundtrack from 1 through to 10. That's why the music was so good, because they got him on board with it. In his band. The Earthbound Papas are genuinely, it's his actual live band he does performances with. So the fact that they got them in, it's like, how? What strings did they pull to get a hold of that kind of, you know, absolute legend of the industry? But the music in this game is phenomenal. Graphically, that doesn't matter to me. I've never fussed on graphics. If you've been in the show for a while, you know that some of the games I've already played. But I still think the art style is nice. I think the art style does what it needs to do. It's anime enough without... Like, some anime games kind of fall into this trap where when they're actually in the 3D world design, they look kind of papery. They look kind of like... I don't know, they look kind of off. But I felt they looked alright in this game. The character design was really enjoyable too. I think they looked really well. There's that infamous scene that caught me by surprise. Tiara getting stabbed through the heart. Like, what the heck? I liked the... I keep on going back to it, but I love the characters. The characters really pulled this through, for me. I think the character writing, despite the fact how many characters were actually in this game, because there were 7 main characters at one point, because Sherman was in our party for a while. Each of them had a fairy, and their fairy was their own character with their own personalities. That's 14 immediately. There's 4 villains, like the 4 Zards. All of them also have their own fairy, so that's another 8 added to it. There's, the big bad, the other big bad, you know, the original big bad before Sherman killed them, and like his like main surrogate that worked under him. There's a shit ton of characters, and we're not even done because there's still 2 more routes after this, you know? There's still 2 more entirely different outcomes after this. One of them where you lean into the power of the vile god, and one of them where you completely embrace the power of the vile god and reject the goddess. And I'm really curious to see what those endings, because it's little things throughout the entire course of the game change when you do that. It's not just the ending cutscene. And so I'm really curious to see what changes for that and what goes different there and like how things play out different. But I'm not sure I want to do that final dungeon again, because we need to talk about it. There's a boss on the first floor, a boss on the third floor, and a boss on the final floor. And at no point did I feel like it was handled well. I feel. I get it. I get what they were going for. It'd be like the final test to really push through, the fight on against the masses and everything like that. But the fact that Tiara is stolen from your party at the moment you start the first boss on that ground floor, and she doesn't come back till the final boss, so she misses out on the entire grind up the tower on your first run. That sucks to me. Also, there's our image we got for romancing Tiara. The fact that there was a picture of Eren we saw that we didn't get means that that's probably the romance Eren that we could have got if we went her route. But because we never did, we got Tiara's one instead. But it's like, Tiara being taken from the whole part for the whole dungeon, that I don't agree with. I think taking her away for a while, I guess makes sense for the narrative. But making her be gone for the whole dungeon, only to come back in the final boss, didn't quite work out the way they wanted it to, I feel. Because, like, especially with the final boss being as ridiculous as it was, she just became radically under-leveled because she missed out on everyone else's experience. I think if you got her back when you beat the third or fourth floor's boss, I think that would have been more justifiable, because you could have gone back and grinded. But the fact that she's gone for good when you're out of it, that hurts. Alright, is there a post-credit scene? And if there is, please be of seeing more of Tiara and Fang's romance, because they went journeying together. Is it time? Let me sit up and get comfortable. Is it time to see these two romance? After all the effort we put in the game to do all these side scenes and side things for them just to romance Tiara.
That smile on your face. You look like you're remembering something perverted.
Great start.
I wasn't smiling about anything.
Yes, you were. A really big grin. Right, Kiwi? Now might not be a good time to say this, but I was always jealous of Eren.
Aww.
I always felt a bond between you and Eren. As your fairy partner. A connection I could never be part of. I want to watch you from the spot closest to you.
Aww, look at her being all poetic.
Do you hate me for saying that?
Come on, don't just pour your heart out like that all of a sudden. You said everything I wanted to say.
Aww, Fang. Fang's come such a long way. If you haven't been watching the streams and you have no idea how far Fang's come from, Fang's first interaction with Tiara was Tiara poisoning him and him hunting her down to get revenge, calling her a bitch the entire time. And this continued for like the first 10 hours of the game. They hated each other. But to see like Fang mature to this and now these two like couple up, like it's... Aww. It shows how much Fang's grown. Like it's actually nice.
I'm not a fencer anymore, but I still want to protect you.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. If he doesn't have Eren anymore, he's not a fencer. So he is just a normal human with good sword skills now.
So...
Aww, which is circle, isn't it? Aww, that almost makes the final boss's bullshit worth it. That almost makes it worth it. Yeah, it's a hell of a story to tell your kids, right? Oh, no, it does have to choose what you want to carry over. So carry over characters. Start New Game Plus with all the characters that joined your party previously. So you literally go into NG Plus and Tiara, Ethel, Goldo, Pippin, Harley, they'll all just be in your party at the start, even if it doesn't make sense. Carry over character levels, carry over weapon boost, carry over the fairies you collected, items, gold, playtime, quest rank, revival rank, and then confirm. So that you can literally just pick what you want to carry over and what you don't. I love this in Compile Heart games, but not all of them have this. It's not just NG+, it's what do you want in your NG+? And I think that's such a cool idea. It's just a nice little thing, but it's so cool. Like, Bravely Default did it as well, where they let you pick who you wanted to carry over. Like, you can genuinely make it. So how did you and Mom meet? And it's like, well, Mom made your dad drink paralytic tea to steal an item from him and run away from it, to which he then hounded her down, calling her a bitch all the while. Oh, and should we mention the fact that the only reason Tiara started hanging with Fang is because she actually legitimately liked being insulted by Fang. It literally, like, they made a joke out of it several times. Every time Fang insulted Tiara, it turned her on, and she didn't know what to do with it. She's kind of went, oh my, and then kind of turned away. And that's how they ended up. But yeah, I genuinely love this in RPGs, where they, like, the New Game Plus and carrying stuff over is great. It's the nice thing, like, a nice reward to power for it. To get to choose, like, yes, please. But let me confirm. Carry over all marked opens? Yes. Oh my god, all the DLC got re-added. Oh wow, it says clear on it. Oh, cool. Okay, now we know. Let's look back on this and argue whether it makes sense. Enemies, 25% extra health. And their stats are all 20% extra. If we were on normal, and that 20% stat boost wasn't there, do you think that 11k damaging attack on everyone would have still killed us? If it did, you know, about 8 or 9,000 instead, because that's where it would be, it still would have killed us at the level we got there. We wouldn't have had to grind as much, but we absolutely would have still had to grind. Unless, gain additional abilities, that's the ult. Maybe in hard mode they get that ult. But on the flip side, you get extra items, which is why I went for it. And, you know, the hard trophy. I'm trying to maths it a little bit. I'm like, would it have still been bullshit on normal? Or was that just, like, a special treat for people who want to get their dick kicked in on hard and hell? That's evil. Actual hell mode. 50% extra health, 40% stat boost. So that would have done, what? Like 14,000 potentially? Across the board? Amateur is ridiculous. 50% less stats. You'll likely never lose a battle. Let me just get to a save.
Long ago.
I don't need to see this again. Yep. 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 There's a lot of cutscenes at the start of this game, holy hell. Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. Hey guys! Hey guys! These guys are level 1.
Executing Eruption Edge.
Release!
Yeah, that didn't go well for them.
Get out of here!
Wait, hang on, what happened to carry the party? Oh, there they are. Oh, they're treated as EX characters now. Even fucking Sherman. Ugh. Oh, so they're treated as extras. So when you meet them in the party, they will still join in that sense, I guess. I think. Yeah, so they're treated as EXs, so they will probably shift over. Yeah, Sherman, you fucking stay there. You don't get to join. Okay, now where was the first save point? In here? So I just want to... Essentially, all I want to do is get to a save point. Why is this so loud? Okay, no, that hasn't changed. I was like, did the settings get reset? Which one was the captain? Was it you?
Here I come. My turn. Next. Here we go.
I'll show you what I got.
Measurements complete.
Yeah.
Alright, it's going to be pretty interesting when we get to Apollonius, and it's like the scripted loss, and we're us.
I'll do my best. Here we go. Measurements complete.
What's inside?
Oh, that's the other thing. This dungeon has the gimmick where you have to kill certain enemies to get certain keys to move your way forward. And the tutorial tells you, expect it at several points later in the game. And it never once popped up again. Alright, we got to a save point. We won't find out. I'm going to save on a different save file, though, because I might... I don't know. I might try different things on my main playthrough before it, or see if there is a way, or I don't know. Either way.
What's inside?
Although this was a shorter stream, because how long were we streaming for in the end? Just 2 hours. I am going to wrap it up here because we beat the game. So let me return the title. All in all, I did enjoy this game. Just that final dungeon sucks, and if you do decide to get it yourself, I think actually go for it on normal on your first playthrough. Even if you want to get all the achievements and trophies, and you are into doing that like I am, make your first playthrough on normal, because you can carry your shit over into New Game Plus and do hard through that, and make hard almost a near joke, and it would just then be the final boss you have to worry about. I think that might be the better way to go about it. But all in all, this game would be like what? I'd give it like a 7 or an 8 out of 10. Like, it's really enjoyable, but it's got some big problems, and it's mostly that finale. Although it's still kind of early, I am gonna completely wrap up and not stream, because tomorrow's gonna be a big long one anyway, because the new update for Genshin drops, and there's gonna be new plot stuff, a whole new area. I expect that stream to be a very big one. I expect that to be easily 5 or 6 hours, so I think wrapping up early on this one and then making the next stream super big is our way forward. And then, like I said, Thursday I'm taking off, and then Friday it'll be Castlevania Rondo of Blood. And I don't know what I'm doing on the weekend, but I might do more Guilty Gear because I want to play more Testament. But thank you so much for watching, as always. We've had some new people in today as well, and it's always appreciated. Thank you so much for giving this little moron some time, as I just kind of got frustrated at a final boss for the whole stretch of it. But we got a happy ending, and that's what counts. I will see you tomorrow. Take care now. Peace.